to the computer. All right, recording. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. So what I went over last week, or what I just showed and demonstrated, was how to, just a way for you to take attendance. Again, I'm no expert on it, but I did find like a great way for you to keep track of the students. So what I did was I went to Classwork, and I do have two examples here, which, let me see. I'll click on the one that was for today. This is what I see. So as a teacher, this is what you would see. You would see that when a student turns it in, it'll say turned in, and then whoever didn't turn it in, it'll be blank for. So I don't know if you want to declare points for that or however you want to do that, but it basically, I treated it as an assignment. So, and give me just a moment here. One moment. Okay. So what I did was I created a question. Not a quiz or assignment. I just created a question. Excuse me in the background. I don't know if you can hear that, but I'm not here alone. So I created a question, and what I did was I titled the question attendance. Oh, I forgot the end. Attendance. You can name that however you want to. Attendance on the day. You can actually put like attendance on Monday. 4/27, 2020. Or you could just put attendance on Monday. And you can say turn in by 3 p.m. If that's how, or you can do it earlier. I was thinking that you may want to do it a little earlier to make sure the students come in. I'm not sure what time they, how that works so far as time in the morning in classes, but set a time, they have to do it by 12 to make sure they log in by 12, or, turn in by 3, by 12, whatever time that you want to do that by. It's basically your accountability for the student, which is pretty neat. And right here on the right, where it says short answer, I just changed that to multiple choice. And then it gives you the options down below, as you can see. So I just put yes. I did not choose no. I didn't add no just because if they're not, if they're not there, they're not gonna go click no. Mm-hmm. Well, they might click no, but then you'd be like, well, you're here, so why'd you click no? So I just left one option there. And again, you can make this, you can grade this if you'd like, but I just chose ungraded just because we're taking attendance. And the due date can be for, tomorrow at a specific time, 12 p.m. And I created a topic that's just attendance. So if you create the topic that's just attendance, when you go to your classwork, we'll close out of this and I'll show you, when you go to your classwork, you'll see a section that's attendance, and it'll have all the attendance sheets that you may have possibly made. So it's easy for you to keep up with. And then I uncheck where it says class, students can see class summary. I think that's for like them seeing other students, to see if other students submitted it. So I just went ahead and unchecked that because I don't think they need to see all that. They need to just worry about themselves. That's just my thought on that.
But if we're doing this for today, mm-hmm. Wouldn't the due date be today?
Yeah. So if we did it for today, what time is it? Let's just put 3 p.m. 3 p.m. And just for practice purposes, because I realized I've done a couple of these, and what happens is whenever I do something and I do a training, I post it inside of the Google Classroom, and so everybody thinks it's for them, and I forget, like, oh yeah, this is not for everybody. This was an example from the last training that I did, so
Okay.
I forget about that. So I apologize for that. I'm gonna do a little better with keeping that organized. So yeah, so for practice purposes, I'm just gonna add it for you.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
Oh, we could even schedule it for future days. Okay.
You can, yes, you can definitely schedule it. The only thing about scheduling, which I found out, is if you schedule this for a future date, when it asks you what classes you want to do it for, you can't do it for multiple classes.
Yeah.
You can only do it for one class at a time.
Well, yeah, I've learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
But when I schedule it, I can still schedule it. And then when I go to my other Google Classroom, what I learned is that I can reuse that post.
Yes. Yes.
So,
That was my next part. I found that out, and I was like, oh, that's a great way to, like, kind of reuse. So you don't have
and
to do
I mean, I wish they could just fix that, in which we could just schedule multiple classes, not only one.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure Google, I don't think Google intended as many people to be using this as much. So I'm sure they're probably realizing, oh, we might have to add some additional features to this.
Yes.
So yeah, you can schedule that, and then you can ask. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do it the whole class. Actually, let's see what it looks like. I'm not sure what it looks like when I send it to one person, so that's what I was trying to go back from. So I'm just gonna click ask. There's no overall grade. That's correct. And so on the classwork is where I have the topics, and I just created one that just says attendance. And see, it goes to one student assigned.
And it just showed me. So I'm turning it in. There you go.
And do you see? Actually, I might need to ask someone else. Do they see this notification? Because it's just for you, and it says one student. But I want to know if others see that. So I'll check around and see if anybody else sees that. But,
right. Would you be able to show me how to screenshot?
Definitely. What kind of computer are you using?
A Mac. Okay.
So on a Mac, to screenshot, you would click Command Shift and the number 4, and then once you do. So once you do that, you'll see a little a plus sign.
I see it.
And once you see the plus sign, basically you click where you want to start and then drag it across however far you want it to go. And then it should save to your desktop automatically.
Okay. And now if I want to share it, let me share it with you. Can I do that?
Yeah, so you would yeah, you can save it. You can send a Google Chat or email and just drag the photo into the.
Oh, so I just dragged the thing I created, but now where do I see
it? Check your desktop.
Let me see my desktop. I have so many things open. Oh, there it is. Okay. There it is. Okay, so just I could drag it. There it is. Did you get it? No, I haven't sent it. Okay. I sent it on
Hangouts.
Hangouts.
Okay. Yes, I have it.
Great.
Yeah. There we go. So yeah, you do that. You can make it as large as you want.
I could put the whole screen or just a piece of it and put it into an email or anywhere I want to send it.
Yeah, you can send it anywhere that you want. So I'm gonna go and show the reuse option just because it's recorded, and sure that I can share this again. I don't mind doing doing this as many times as is needed to be done, but it does help. So basically, I would go to the classwork at the top and click create. And when you click create, you see a lot of options, but then one option you do see in particular is reuse post, which is pretty neat. That was one of the go-tos that I wanted everybody to see. When you click reuse, basically you can find something that you did before and reuse it. So say I want to do the Friday again. And this helps so you don't have to redo anything. You don't have to do extra work. I click reuse, and basically it opens up that question or assignment I did before, and then I can add something else. Whatever the date for Friday is, I'm just gonna change it to that. I'm just gonna change it for the 28th, and I'm gonna change it for Tuesday. (3 p.m. due date). Let's see. Tuesday. Again, 3 p.m. is just the time that I selected. It's not a specific time. I'm relying on everyone to work with me and let me know specific times and stuff that maybe I can use for example, because you are the teacher and I'm just your teacher aide here. I'm your friendly neighborhood helper. And I can just schedule it. So I want to do tomorrow at 3 p.m. Well, yeah, I want it tomorrow to do it 3 p.m. and I wanted to start maybe 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Yeah, tomorrow. All right, so I'll schedule that. And I'm gonna click on the section that says attendance. And you see that? It's due for tomorrow. At 8 a.m. tomorrow, this is gonna post and all the students will see it. And they'll say, okay, all right, cool. I need to get this in by 3 p.m. if I wanna get any kind of credit. And so maybe it'll help to have some kind of system amongst all the teachers. So everybody's on the same page so far as this, if that's the option that people use. Like we want them to, turn this in by 3 o'clock if we want all students to be held accountable for the time that they have. And right now I'm gonna see if I can reuse a scheduled post. I have not tried that, but I just wanna see. And it looks like I can. So maybe this way I can reuse it and add it to another class. So you can reuse scheduled posts too. And I want to add that to another course since you cannot schedule several classes, a question for several classes at once.
Perfect.
Only for scheduling. But if you do it like at that moment, then you can choose as many classes as you want. So that's a good feature to know about. Yeah.
I didn't know we were able to schedule questions I didn't know we could do it as a question. I thought it was only like assignments.
Yeah, let me see.
Good to know.
Let's see. Help. I want to say you should be able to do this with every type of material that's offered in coursework.
I have used it on assignments, on quiz assignments that creates a Google form.
Yeah.
I had not reused it, or I had not done it for the other things.
Yeah, the question materials. Yeah.
I guess we can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can do. I think I just did that for material.
Hey, Anthony, how's it going?
Mr. Buddha, greetings. Welcome. I just demonstrated how to do the attendance.
Okay.
Example, because I know a lot of people saw that and they had questions.
Yeah, welcome. My only question. Thank you. My only question is, like, does it show a timestamp? Like for example, if you go to one of the attendance questions that you created, does it show a timestamp? So let's say if
What time I posted it?
no, what time that it was turned in? Let's say what time.
Oh, so let me go to, which one of these should I go to? I'll just go to the assignments themselves and view the question. So let's see, turned in, see, yeah, it does give me that information.
Okay, all right.
So basically, I'm not
I was
sure.
I was just curious to know in case if you know, because you can still turn it in late. So if somebody turns it in late, I want to know, okay, how late?
Yeah, I see. So when you guys turn it in, when anybody turns it in late, I actually get a notification and it says turned in, but it also says late because I did put a due date on it. So
I turned in it on Friday. Can you check what time does it show for me? The 24th? The one that you sent on Friday, the 24th.
Oh, okay.
I turned it late.
Let's see. So yeah, it does say done late. And then when I believe I just click on you, and you see once I click on your name, you see where it says see history, and then it tells you at 10:11. Turned in late at 10:11. And that's the same for some others. 6:51, people who turned it in late. It does say turned in, but it does also tell me the late part. And then everybody else is missing, for this particular one.
Okay. All right, that's that was my question because I wanted to make sure if students turn in late, like, okay, how late?
Right, that's definitely a great question. I'm glad you asked that because I didn't realize that they even had that option. So let's
Thank
go back
you.
to the question.
Everything else good?
Yes, everything else is good. Definitely, if you guys have any other questions, feel free to let me know. Again, these are just this attendance option. This is the option that I found. So if it's beneficial to you, please let me know. I was saying also if I don't know if the teachers want to be on one page when it comes to like assigning these attendance options to students. Have them turn it in by a certain time of the day. I just choose 3 p.m. automatically for that, just because I just know that's the end of the day for most students. But if you want to do it earlier, like by 12 or even by 9 a.m. or like 10 a.m. to make sure that they're like even there actively in the morning. Because a student can definitely wait until 2:58 and then submit it by, it's by 3 o'clock. They submit it and then that's their attendance for the day. But you also see that now. You know that you can see the history of what time they submit it. So.
Yeah, I'll definitely talk to my administrators, see what they say. Maybe I don't know if they want to do it daily or maybe weekly. I don't know exactly how if they would require this. So, but it's definitely a very good way to keep track. So thank you, because I was scratching my head to see if we can somehow maybe log into Google and try to see history if students are active or not. Maybe maybe you guys on the IT side, maybe you can access that, but we don't have that.
Yeah, that definitely would be a lot of work on every end for you to go through every student's history. Those data sheets that you get from like any back end system, maybe it's Google, Yahoo, whatever, they're almost like Bibles of sheets. There's so many of them.
I see. Okay.
But if I come up with any other solutions here, there is another option that you do have, and it requires Excel sheets. And I'm not sure how everybody feels about Excel sheets, but I believe it's an option where you can upload like a form or something like that. But you would have to go through the sheets.
Yeah, I've seen that one. You got to create, but that's a little bit dangerous because I think they can somehow click attendance for somebody else.
Mm. Well, I'll see. I'm still working. I'm working on as many little options for you all as I can. I'm reading up on some stuff here to see what can be done to help you out during these times. And it'd be cool because once we get it all set, then you guys would be.
Yeah, I wish Google they would have somehow included in, and so we would get like a report, because they did include it in Google Meet. Now you can actually take attendance in Google Meet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So in Google Meet, there's an option to take attendance. You just have to, I think you just have to download for Google Chrome like a little extension or something.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, they don't have anything for Google Classroom, so you don't see the activity that students put in.
Let me ask you this. Do you all see where it says, do you see the option for where it says Class Drive folder?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I did discover that, and I actually, just so you know, I placed in a folder here called Google 101. There are 2 videos here for Google that I did.
Okay, sweet.
I'm not sure what day that was for. I should put a date on it. But I uploaded them into this folder here that's accessible to, it should be accessible to everyone that's a part of the class.
Yeah.
Please share it as a feed and let us know where they are.
Yeah.
So it'll be easy just to click on it.
Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just click get shareable link. There we go. I think I copied it. I don't know if it's copying it or not. Let's just see if that did it. Oh yeah, okay, it worked. It just didn't give me a sign that says copied or anything. It just disappeared.
Well, thank you, Anthony, for everything that you do.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of the day, everybody.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy.
Thanks. See you around.
Alrighty now.
Thank you very much for sharing that. I think my question was great for the attendance, and now you showed me how to create. I already created one for my students for today.
Yeah.
And hopefully it works for me.
Mm-hmm.
My other thing is like I wanted it to be able to instead of having it in one folder in Google Classroom, try to manipulate it and transfer it over to somewhere where we were able to keep attendance, you know.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll get there eventually.
Yeah. This again, Google Classroom is it's a small application, but it's a large application at the same time because there's so many things you can do. Of course, it does say when you click Classwork, it says these specific things like assignment, quiz, question, and material. But as we saw, for example, we can use these for anything.
Mm-hmm.
We just have to, be innovative and find additional ways to use these topics or just what they offer.
And they change it. Maybe they'll put an attendance something there.
Yeah.
Actually, now that everybody's using it, so.
Usually what they do with a lot of these functions,
mm-hmm.
It'll say attendance, it might say attendance later on, but it might be the same exact template as question. They just put a different name. That's how our brains work. We see a different name, we're like, oh, okay. You won't realize it's the same thing, but that's something that helps. So definitely for sure. Do you have any other additional questions?
I think for now, no. Regarding tech, my students, they're having a hard time trying to divide their screen. That was another question I had. They are not able to, and I already know how, obviously from my screen, but I don't know how to get it across to them.
Divide their screen?
I'm sorry?
When you say divide their screen, what do you mean?
Like put 2 screens in one screen. Like.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
to have two screens on your desktop. I mean, on your computer.
Okay.
You know, I want one for when I have a meeting with them. I want to show them something in one screen with me, and on the other screen, I would like them to manually be working on something.
I see.
That's what I would like them to do. But I'm having a hard time with them manipulating the screen in which they could be able to make
Right.
two.
So I know on the Chromebooks they should be able to. I'm not sure if I can do that on here because I'm on a Mac. So yeah, this is not a window or a Chrome device. So what they should be able to do is basically grab the browser and I'll just show you what it would kind of look like. So they just take it and just drag it to the right side of the screen. And so what happens on a Chromebook or a Windows device, what happens when they drag it to the right side of the screen is it'll adjust. You'll see like a little blue line that'll basically snap it to that side. And then it'll give you the option all of a sudden to select select something else. So you see can you see this?
Yes.
You see my screens, how they go back?
Yes.
So basically when you snap it to the right side, Google Chrome or Windows, they do this. And it asks you to choose what you want on the opposite side. So that's another.
Yeah, well, I'll, like I said, I'm still working on that. I'm hopeful that they'll figure it out.
If you ever would like, maybe we can schedule some time where I can join you in one of the classes and I can maybe assist. Just a little, you know.
Okay.
And we can go from there. Maybe that'll help out.
Okay, I'll let you know. Thank you so
much.
much.
All right. My pleasure.
Have a good one.
You too. Have a great day, okay? Let me know if you have any other questions.
I will. Thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.